Welcome to the One Star Weakfoot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews, starring your host, One Star Weakfoot, and our review specialist, One Star Weakfoot. Good evening and welcome to the One Star Weakfoot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews. I'm going to be your host today, One Star Weakfoot, and it just makes me so jovial inside to see you back at the channel. So, as you guys know from the thumbnail, we got two for the price of one. We have a double review today. It's going to be a future star themes going on, and I'm reviewing two of the cards I was interested in the most the moment they dropped the promo. So first off, we're going to be reviewing this Rodrygo card, and my favorite card of last future stars promo, last FIFA, was a Brazilian winger from Real Madrid, and it was Vinicius Jr. He was an insane card. I'm hoping this card's more of the same. He's also a Brazilian winger from Real Madrid. He's 5'9". He has medium work rates. He's right-footed with a 3-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. I played 5 games in rivals with him, and I got 6 goals and 3 assists or something like that. I know I got more goals and assists than it shows here. I got disconnected from my last game because somebody signed me off of my account. So whatever the case is, he definitely has more goals and assists, and either way, it's a very good contribution. Before we go any further though, if you're enjoying the content, please do me a favor and hit the like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate all you guys at home that rocks with me. So when you look at this Rodrygo card, what really stands out about him, what doesn't? And the first thing I have to mention is a 3-star weak foot. Obviously, it's going to be a con no matter how this card feels. He's always going to have a 3-star weak foot. All right, that automatically makes him worse than the Vinicius Jr. card from last year. But his stats look very promising otherwise. He has 95 pace. He has the shooting stats with insane 97 attack positioning and 90 finishing stats. His passing stats are also very nice as well. Everything here is in the dark green except the long passing, which might be a con. But I don't think you're going to be playing him that deep, so I don't think the long passing will be a big deal. The dribbling stats are really what turned me on about this card. I mean, everything is maxed out, especially when you look at the agility and balance. And if you really want to improve the reactions and ball control, you can go ahead and throw on the chem style for that. His physical stats are very nice as well when you look at the jumping, the heading accuracy, the stamina. The strength and aggression leaves a lot to be desired, but he looks like a Neymar-esque card, so we're not really too worried about it. The next card we're going to focus on here is going to be another Brazilian Future Stars card, and it's going to be Emerson. And I feel like this is a card a lot of people are sleeping on, because when you look at his stats, he has stats to possibly be one of the best right backs on this game. He's 5'11". He has the high medium work rates. He's right-footed. He has a 3-star combination with the weak foot and skill moves. I played 5 games in rivals with him, and he has 0 goal contributions. When you look at this guy's card, I mean, he pretty much has the total package. The pace obviously is very nice at 87. His passing stats are kind of questionable though, I'm not gonna lie. I do like to play long through balls from my fullbacks onto the wingers or onto the wide cams. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be liking the 68 curve and 73 long passing. We're gonna see when we get into the gameplay. His dribbling stats are decent in some areas. He does have the agility. He does have decent dribbling stats. His balance and composure do leave a little bit to be desired. His defending stats are nice. I mean, 91 slide tackling is actually insane. He has 85 stand tackle, which is solid, 83 interceptions. His defensive awareness is not the best, but with a fullback, I don't really find it matters that much. His physical stats are where he really makes his bread and butter. He has the aggression, the strength, the stamina, and the jumping. So, without further ado, I'm gonna take you over to the studios to our review specialist, One Star Weakfoot. Take it away. Thanks, One Star. So, as you guys know, we are reviewing two cards, and the first card I'm going to review is going to be this Rodrygo card. He's clocking in at just about 990,000 coins on the PS4 market, and those are some big shoes to fill. Is he worth that money? And I would have to say not quite. All right, when you look at that price range, you got to go ahead and compare him to the Neymars, to the Mbappes, to the George Bests, to the Messis of the world, and I don't think he's that far behind them, but the fact that he's behind them really makes me say that he's not worth a million coins. Let me break down the stats though. So 95 pace, obviously he's gonna feel amazing. He accelerates very effectively out of skill moves. He gets in behind consistently. He feels very quick on and off the ball. Overall, I gotta give this guy's pace a 10 out of 10. He feels among one of the fastest players I've used on this game. Next, we are gonna be talking about his shooting, and this is one of his best things on his card. So first we're gonna talk about his 97 attack positioning. This guy is always in dangerous areas. The runs he was making, the way he was shaking defenders was totally totally world class. He has very nice attack positioning. It's very noticeable in game. His 90 finishing in the box is very nice as well. He can finish from time to time with his left foot, but his right foot is money every single time. His shot power and long shots at 86 to 85 are also very respectable stats. The main issue I have with his shooting just comes down to his weak foot, all right? No matter what stats he has, he's always going to have a 3-star weak foot. You're always going to be wary of shooting on it, and if you do shoot on it, it won't be accurate as the right foot. Therefore, I gotta give him negative marks for that. Overall, though, I gotta give his shooting a 9 out of 10. If you get it on the right foot, it's almost guaranteed to be a goal. Next, we are going to be talking about his passing stats, and there are some very good things to take away. The number one thing I will say about his passing stats is that his short passing, his finesse passing in and around the box, his passing in tight areas is world class. I mean, it's very, very nice, and I did not notice it laying me down at all. His long passing actually wasn't as bad as I thought. I did try a few over-the-top through balls with him, and they were decent. I mean, they weren't amazing, but they were pretty decent. I think it is aided by the fact that he has high vision and high curve. Overall, I gotta give this guy's passing an 8.5 out of 10. Besides his long passing, his passing was actually very nice, and if you do want to play him at the cam position, I think he's very much capable of doing so. Next, we are going to be talking about his dribbling, and Jesus Christ, this guy is one of the best dribblers I've used on this game so far. I mean, the stats would suggest so, and it does not let him down. The way he dribbles is very Neymar-esque. He feels silky smooth on the ball. He feels so responsive. He could just stop at the diamond and accelerate very quickly out of it. I mean, this guy's dribbling, his responsiveness is almost unmatched on this game. His ball control and dribbling is also very nice in tight areas. His L1 dribbling will be very nice, and his L1 R1 is very responsive as well. Overall, I gotta give this guy's dribbling a 9.5 out of 10. This guy's one of the most responsive dribblers I've felt on this game, and he does have the trait where it just seems to, the ball seems to bounce back to him all the time in the box. It gives him a lot of chances at scoring again, even if you botch the first chance. Finally, we will be talking about his physical, and the main thing we gotta talk about is the 99 stamina. If you can ever make the case that this card's worth 1 million, it'll be because of the stamina. 99 stamina is such a great thing to have on this game. You can play him all game long. You don't even gotta worry about it. His jumping at 89 does make him respectable in the box if he's sending a very nice cross. However, headers are dead, so I don't really think it's that much of a strength. His strength, speaking of which, is very bad. He has 54 strength. He does get bullied if you get caught shielding the ball too long. He does get bullied by bigger defenders, but because his dribbling is so good, you should just try to avoid defenders rather than take them head on. Overall, I gotta give his physical a 6 out of 10. Alright guys, so what is the final verdict on this card? I think this card is a very, very nice card, alright? At 1 million though, I do think he is a bit overpriced because Neymar is better, I think, just because of the 5-star weak foot. Mbappe, Messi, all of these cards are better than him, and they are currently cheaper than him. Where he does have his strengths though are obvious. He has very good pace, his dribbling is immense, and his shooting on his right foot along with his attack positioning are very nice. His short passing is also very good, so if you do want a playmaker as a striker, he's very good at that. His main cons come in things that you really can't change with stats. 3-star weak foot is going to be 3-star weak foot no matter what. His long passing at 59 does kind of limit the card in some ways, but it isn't as bad as you would think. Overall though, I gotta give this card an 8.75 to 9 out of 10. I do think he's actually one of the better attackers I've used on this game, just a bit overpriced. The next card we gotta talk about here is this Emerson card. Is he worth 160, 170,000 coins on the PS4 market? And I would have to say it's not a bad value for him. He's actually defensively one of the best right backs I've used on this game. I'm gonna break down the stats though. So 89 pace, how does it feel in game? And honestly, he felt fine. He's not the quickest fullback I've used, but at the same time, he's not slow, and he doesn't really let you down on the counters. I did have an anchor cam style on him. If you do want maxed out pace, you should throw a shadow on him, but I found his pace to be fine. Overall, I gotta give his pace an 8.5 out of 10. Next, we're going to talk about his passing, and this is one of the areas where I feel like I could use more quality. All right, so first I'm going to say his long passing definitely is very average. Okay, so when you send the over-the-top through balls, when you send the threaded through balls down the line, if you like to do that a lot, you may not enjoy this card because he's very average at it, and he'll mess up some passes here and there. His short passing is pretty decent though. His crossing is decent as well. Overall, I gotta give his passing a 7.5 out of 10. He is capable of building a play. He is capable of making the passes you expect. He's just not able to be a playmaker, and that's unfortunately what I enjoy at the right back position. Next, we are gonna be talking about his dribbling, because his dribbling is kind of questionable because he has 75 balance only. He only has 79 composure. However, his other stats like his agility, his reactions do look nice on paper.
how's he feeling game? And honestly, on the ball, he's decent, all right? And I would say he's decent for a fullback. What does hold him back from time to time is that he does have a stocky body type. So when it comes to turning, sometimes he can feel stiff, especially if the gameplay is delayed. Being that he is a fullback, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, on the scale of Kyle Walker to Nelson Semedo, he feels somewhere in the middle. Otherwise, his dribbling is solid, and if you do keep it simple with him, he'll be pretty good. Overall, I gotta give his dribbling a 7.5 out of 10. Next, we're going to talk about his defending, and I think this is the best thing about this card. I mean, he is a defender, so you would hope so. We're going to break down the stats, though. So interception-wise, he was decent. He was always there to break up play, and he was actually in good positions most of the time defensively. So I don't think his defensive awareness of 76 let him down at all. The two things that really stood out about this card was his strength and aggression and his actual tackling. Both of those things were absolute class. He was actually pretty much bullying almost anybody he came up to when it came to shoulders. I think that's also not only because of his strength and aggression, but also because of his stocky body type. He's 5'11", he's big, he's burly, he got the strength and the aggression. His tackle is very, very nice. His slide tackling is very accurate as well. I mean, I don't slide tackle very often, but at 91, it's an amazing stat to have. Overall, I gotta give this guy a 9 out of 10 defensively. Finally, we will be talking about his physical, and this is one of the things that really stand out about his card. First, we're going to say 90 stamina is very good for a fullback. He will last all game. His jump kick at 87 was noticeably very good. He was beating almost everybody to the air, and that came in really handy for set pieces and clearing headers. His strength and aggression, like I said, were such a big aspect of this card. Defensively, I really enjoyed it. Overall, I got to give this guy's physical a 9 out of 10. What do I think about this card? I think if you want to rock defensively, if you prioritize the defensive capabilities of your fullback, I think this guy's the guy for you. This guy defensively is an absolute rock. Going forward, he does have some challenges. I mean, his long passing is not the best, and his dribbling can feel stiff at times. But overall, as a fullback, this guy is a very well-rounded fullback, and he's a great defender. I gotta give him an 8.5 out of 10. I think at this moment, you can make the argument that he is the best La Liga right back. Alright guys, so that's going to be my double review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it at home. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, later.